In the NBA, Carmelo Anthony's move to Houston is almost done. In the NBA, veteran forward Vince Carter is getting ready for one more season, his 21st in total. The 41-year-old set to join the Atlanta Hawks on a one-year deal worth $2.4 million. Carter was drafted by the Golden State Warriors with the 5th overall pick in 1998. But he was immediately traded to the Toronto Raptors, where he earned nicknames such as Vinsanity and Air Canada. The Atlanta Hawks will become the 8th side on his NBA resume. In total, he's played 1,405 NBA matches, averaging 17.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game. The 8-time All-Star also represented the United States at the Sydney Olympics in 2000, winning a gold medal. Well, Marshall Kramsky joins us to talk about the Vinsanity. Well, Marshall, what a great story. The internet is going wild over this. 21 seasons, 41 years old. He's not stopping. What is it that gives him such longevity, and what is it that the fans and the teams love about this guy?
Deserves a spot on an NBA roster.
Goodness. Well, he's joining a team with no player over the age of 30. Trae Young wasn't even born when he was drafted. The Hawks are in a rebuild phase, though. So is he going to take more of a mentor role rather than having more regular time on court, do you think?
Rings.
Okay, you're going for the big names. Well, a couple of other big names that have been around since the 90s. Dirk Nowitzki, and if he re-signs, Manu Ginobili. You know, looking at basketball and how it's changed over the last few decades, how have these players had to change and adapt the way they play since the 90s?
So Carter actually recently commented on this in an interview.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Marshall. It'll be a great season to watch. Well, to talk more Mellow, I'm joined by CBS Sports' Marshall Kramsky. Hello there, Marshall. Well, first of all, how close are we to this deal being completed? And can you explain how this three-way trade will likely unfold? When he finally gets to play alongside Chris Paul, James Harden, how formidable could this team be?
This is his best chance to win a ring and eventually retire an NBA champion.
Okay, do you think the Rockets were missing a player like Carmelo last season when they lost the finals, the conference finals, to the Golden State Warriors?
Well, listen, they were one game away from making it to the NBA championship.
And Melo, he is 34 years old. He was shooting well under his averages last season. Do we think he could ever get back to his best?
Absolutely leading the Spurs in the absence of Manu Ginobili. Your average is up by 20% from last year. What do you attribute to this impressive run of form? Where has it come from?
I've been playing well. I'm in a good rhythm, and the whole team is a good rhythm. So it's a little bit of me, a little bit of my team.
You really did step up in the absence of Manu. What's it like for you now to have him back on the squad? Will it affect your game at all? And congratulations on the All-Star call-up and also the Olympic selection. There's even talk of you being the flag bearer for France. What does all this mean to you, and how do you rate the strength of that French team ahead of the Summer's Games?
Well, that's a great honor to be considered to carry the flag.
Absolutely. And you yourself, you've been playing constantly in one form or another since last summer with the Europeans, and it's a long road ahead with the postseason and then the Olympics. How do you keep yourself, your mind, your body in shape and in this peak that you're currently in?
I'm still like 29, so I feel like my body will hold up, and I'll rest after the Olympics.
And 29, but already 3 championship rings under you. So what's the ultimate goal? What do you ultimately want to achieve?
19 points against Boston, 12 of which in the last 7.5 minutes of the game. What's it like to know that you can shoot against the big teams and to know that your teammates do trust in this ability?
It's huge.
Back in December, there was this moment against the Grizzlies where Russell Westbrook shouted at you to shoot the ball. Now, you've been shooting a lot more since then, so do you think that moment changed things for you? And of course, Ricky Rubio is now out for the season. You've been battling some injuries of your own, but you seem to be on the mend. So what does Rubio's injury mean for you, and do you think this team can still make the playoffs? Kobe Bryant, Phil Jackson, all giving you personal praises. What made the difference in your play over those finals?
So Tim, after 15 years in the NBA, you've been with Spurs throughout all of them. What is it that you love so much about this team, playing under Coach Popovich, that's kept you with them the whole way through?
You know what, I've been lucky.
The Oklahoma Thunder came to Los Angeles to face a Clippers team with a point to prove. It was 3-point central for the LA Clippers, and with 6 men reaching double figures and a 56% shooting percentage from the field. So I'm joined on the red carpet by a very tall Amari Stoudemire, Blake Griffin, NBA Rookie of the Year. Now, you won Rookie of the Month every single month. What would it mean to top that with an ESPY award this evening?
And in that final series, you went through so much, injuries, sickness. How did you pull through and still raise your game?
That's it for your week in review. We'll leave you with some amazing shots of Corey Tunison wakeboarding in Portugal. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.